Leaving the cold, clear water of Forest Creek, the road climbs a short distance over rocky terrain and then descends a bit before another climb to an altitude of about 3,400 feet. In the fall, when the pioneers would have traveled this road to the Willamette Valley, the maples turn brilliant red, orange, scarlet, and yellow. The canopy of color surrounding those early travelers was no doubt a welcome respite before the challenging descent ahead. The pioneers referred to this next steep section as Little Laurel. Laurel Hill was the dreaded 60% grade on the west side between Government Camp and Rhododendron that proved to be the most difficult hill of the 2,200-mile Oregon Trail.
And going down the hill to the river, which was very steep and rocky, my team was so tender-footed they could not hold back, so they ran down like streaks, scattering most of the load at the fore end of the wagon, but did not do much damage.
Going down this hill, you'll notice several springs with signs naming 3 of them. The one at the top is named Charity. The 2 below are Hope and Faith. At the bottom of the hill, you'll see a camping area with access to the river. The road is level here and sand-filled. Easy going for our modern ways of travel, but hard for the weary oxen to pull their wagons through. Before the road was built, when the Barlow, Rector, and Palmer parties were trying to get their wagons through the mountains, William Barlow described how they did it. He said the Blazers, Palmer, Rector, Barlow, and others went ahead, finding the best route and marking trees, usually with an axe. These marks were called blazes. A group of cutters followed, using rusty and dull saws and axes to widen the route, and last came the wagons with the drivers, women, and children. It was in this White River Sands area that the blazes came to an end, and the wagon parties waited for several days for the trailblazers to return. At last the men returned, weary and hungry, but with a plan. Palmer, by hiking high on Mount Hood in the Mississippi Head area, had spotted a pass, but because of the coming snow and dense forest, they would not have time to build a road for the wagons. They would need to build a cabin big enough for their belongings and for the supplies needed for 2 men to stay and watch over them. The rest would travel by foot or horseback to Oregon City. These first pioneers had successfully descended Little Laurel, and they had a plan on how to get to Oregon City, but they still had a cabin to build and another day's travel to get their livestock to grass at Summit Meadow, as well as a strenuous journey through snow to get to the settlements.